Hello everybody and welcome to a very quick video of something I picked up from Sir Toys. Now I believe these are the Walmart or Walgreens exclusive Shockwaves and they're actually really good. He managed to get a hold of some. I believe these are the official ones. I don't think these are KOs. We do have a logo on the chest there and these are really nice Voyager scale Shockwaves. Now they're not without their faults, being part of the Cyber Battalion line. They do have very kind of spacious hollowed out gaps on them. We do have the Hasbro Vietnam stamp on the back there, but it's not a bad looking Shockwave and he does tick a lot of the boxes for people's collections. I'll give you an idea of how he scales. Here he is alongside some other kind of Voyager and Leader scale figures from my kind of Generations line. This is the Yes model version of Groove as well, not to be confused with the original Make Toys version. As you can see, he scales pretty well. He is definitely a more stocky take on Shockwave. He actually looks more like Quakewave or Quake Blast than he does Shockwave with his stature. Here he is alongside Shockwave and Quake Blast. As you can see, I think he's a very good representation and he is kind of a hybrid of the two, kind of like a child of them both, and I like how he looks. I think it's definitely very in keeping with the Titans Returns line as well as some of the old classics Generations. Yes, it's not overly robust and it's quite flimsy, but at the same time, as a display piece, it ticks a lot of boxes. Articulation wise, we have rotation on the head, a little bit of wobble up and down, but that's just due to the not pinning incorrectly. We have up and down on the arms, we can come out to the side, bend at the elbow and curl on the wrist. No waist rotation, the legs can come this far forwards, this far back, out to the side on a kind of ratchet, I think. No bend at the knee, but we do have a twizzle, and we get some up and down on the feet, so it is really quite basic. Now, as you would expect, there's not a huge amount involved with the transformation. You can flip the feet up and they will tab in. You have to bring up the ski sled leg and again tab that in. The wings open up either side. The head can just disengage from the back here. This is going to come forwards. The head then rocks backwards so that this piece is now facing upwards. The legs rotate and this is going to come up. And at the same time, these just tab together at the front, and this piece comes down and tabs in either side of the crotch. The fists slide inwards. Now don't quote me on this because I don't get any instructions with these. These just come up, I believe, and then we flip this around and that's going to sit on the side and these just sit over the back. And I believe that is our futuristic take on Shockwave. Now this doesn't really tab in anywhere. I'm not sure if it's meant to. I flipped the head around the back as well just so we didn't see a visible Shockwave face. But yeah, that kind of looks like a flying take on Shockwave and it's not terrible. You know, for a very cheap Sir Toys figure, I actually really like it. It's not without its flaws. Like I said, this doesn't really tab in anywhere. I think I've got it transformed right. It would have been nice to have some instructions, but beggars cannot be choosers. For that price, I am not going to grumble. I like it. And to quickly give you an idea of how he scales, here he is alongside Spin Out. So it's a fairly decent Voyager scale figure. It's one of the basics and it does everything that it needs to. Highly recommended, especially for the price. If you're looking for a Voyager Shockwave that's going to look fantastic alongside your Generations line, then this is highly recommended. And I also apologize if my tripod has moved anytime during this video. My dog has decided to come in and start trying to eat one of the legs on it. He's trying to eat everything at the moment. He's a puppy and he's teething, and my tripod apparently is on his meal list. I've included a link to Sir Toys where this can be purchased, and until next time, from myself and Shockwave and Buddy the puppy, thanks for watching. Goodbye.